Welcome you all. In the last session we discussed conditional branch statement, that is if and if else statement. So generally C program executes in sequential manner. Okay, set of instructions will be executed in sequential manner one after another. If in case no repetition or no branch statement, the statement will be executed in sequential manner one after another. Okay, there may be a situation we need to execute a program based on some condition. Means we need to execute certain statement based on some condition, or you need to iterate some of the statement based on some condition satisfied. So C supports mainly 4 different types of condition statement, that is if, switch statement, go to statement and conditional operator. So in the last class we discussed 2 statements, that is if and if else statement. If is a single way condition statement. So the general form of if statement is if test expression. If test expression is satisfied, the if block will be executed. If test expression is not satisfied, then the if block statement will be skipped. In if else statement, it is a 2-way decision statement. It has 2 alternates. One is true alternate, another one is a false or alternate. If condition satisfied, it will execute true block. If condition not satisfied, it will skip the true block and execute the else block statement. Now in this session we are going to discuss 2 more statements of if statement, that is one is nested if and another one is the else if ladder. So in this class we are going to discuss nested if else statement. Nested if else statement. Okay, it is a variation of if else statement. In if else statement we have only 2 alternates. Sometimes we need to test more than one condition, or we need to set a range of condition, then we need to use an alternate approach. Alternate statement is called nested if statement. So the name itself indicates nesting means the if else statement contains one more if else statement, means if else statement is present within another if else statement. Okay, that's why this statement is called nested if statement. So in nested if statement we check more than one condition. So we check more than one condition, or more than one alternate is present in the nested if else statement. Okay, it is a variation of if else statement. So this statement is used when you are checking more than one condition or more than one alternate. The general form of if else nested if statement is if test condition 1. If condition is satisfied, it will check one more condition, test condition 2. If condition is satisfied, statement 1 else statement 2 else statement 3. So here you observe there are 2 conditions are present. One is test condition 1 and test conditions 2. If test condition 1 is satisfied, it will move to the inner block of the if statement. So in the inner block there is one more condition, that is test condition is 2. If test condition is satisfied, then it will execute the statement 1. If condition is not satisfied, then it will execute the statement 2. Statement 2 will be executed when the condition 2 is not satisfied. If in case in the beginning step, if test condition 1 is false, it directly executes statement 3. So, here in this nested if statement, now the if statement contains one more if statement, if else statement, that is inner statement. Here, if condition test 1 condition is true, it will check the second condition, that is test condition 2. If test condition 2 is true, it will execute the statement 1. If condition is false, it will execute statement 2. If in case test 1 condition is false, it will skip the inner block and it directly execute statement 3. So, here two conditions will be verified to execute statement 1 and statement 2. To execute statement 3, only one condition will be verified, that is test condition 1. So, here one if else statement is present within another if statement. So, this is called nested if statement. Now, the flow diagram of the nested if statement is entry, first the test condition 1, test condition 1. If condition 1 is true, it will check one more condition. One more condition is test condition 2. Test condition 2. So, when condition 1 is true. If test condition 2 is also true, then it will execute statement 1. It will execute statement 1. If condition is false, it executes statement 2. Statement 2. If test condition 1 is false, it will execute statement 3. Okay, when this condition is false. Condition false. So, it's true, false. So, after executing any one of the statement, so it move to the statement X. Statement X. So, this is a flow diagram of nested if. So, here if contains one more if statement. Here the first test condition will be verified, test 1. If test 1 is satisfied, it will check the second condition, that is test condition 2. If test condition 2 is satisfied, then it will execute statement 1. If the condition is false, it will execute statement 2. If in case of the test condition 1 is false, it will execute the statement 3. After executing any one of the statement, means after executing statement 1 or statement 2 or statement 3, finally the control is transferred to statement X. Okay, statement X will be executed. Okay, this is about the nested if statement. So, in the nested if, more than one condition will be verified. That's why this if statement is also called as multi-way decision statement. So, here more than one condition will be verified to execute certain statements. So, in yesterday class it also mentioned, if the block contains only one statement, so brackets are optional. If in case the block contains more than one statement, then the block of statement must be present within the pair of flower brackets. Okay. Let's consider an example program for nested if, that is program to find largest of three numbers. So here void main So the program name itself indicates we need to find the largest of three numbers. So in order to find largest of three numbers, we require three inputs of type integer, int a, b and c. So I have considered three numbers, three variables a, b, c. Then we need to get the value from the keyboard, printf, enter the values, for a, b and c. So scanf %d, double quote close, address of a, address of b and address of c. So the three elements, address of a, b and c. So now we need to verify, we need to check whether the value of a is greater than b and c, or whether the value of b is greater than a and c, or whether the value of c is greater than a and b. So in order to check these values, we need a condition statement, that is if statement. So first I will verify if a greater than b. If this condition is satisfied, if the value of a is greater than b, then we need to check one more value is c. So if this condition is satisfied, I'll check one more condition, that is if a greater than c. If this condition is satisfied, then printf a is big. If in case if the condition is not satisfied, then else printf c is big. If condition not satisfied, then c is big, then close bracket. So here observe, these brackets are optional because the block contains only one statement, that is printf statement. So we can skip this bracket. So we can eliminate this because this is optional, only one statement. If in case this is the if block statement. If in case this condition is false, we need to check one more condition. Means here a value is not greater than b value, then b is big. So if this condition is not satisfied, then b is big. Next, we need to verify b value with the c value. So here if b greater than c. If this condition is satisfied, printf within double quote b is big. Else printf C is big. C is big. So, here this condition 1, this is condition 1, then condition 2, next condition 3. So, if test condition 1 is true, so it will evaluate condition 2. If test condition 1 is false, next it evaluates condition 3. Now, take an example values. Now, the value of A is equal to 71, value of B is 38 and value of C is 56. Okay. Now, I have a value for A is 71, B is 38 and C is equal to 56. So, first here the value is 71 greater than 38, 71 greater than 38. The first condition will be verified. So, 71 greater than 38, here the condition will be satisfied. Next, it will verify the second condition. The second condition is A greater than C. So, A value is 71 and B value is 56. So, 71 greater than 56. Here condition will be satisfied, then it will print the value of A is big. If in case the value of B is 138. So, first condition will be verified. So, value of A is 71 and value of B is 138. So, 71 greater than 138, 71 greater than 138. So, the condition is false. Once this condition is false, the control is transferred to B greater than C. So, B value is 138 and C value is 56. So, 138 greater than 56 condition is true. Next, it will display B is big. B is big. Okay. If in case of the value of C is 256, the value of A is 2, so value of C is 256. First, A greater than B, so the condition will be verified, that is 71 greater than 138, condition is false. Once this condition is false, it will move to this statement, that is B greater than C. So, B value is 138 and C value is 256. 138 greater than 256, here condition is false, then the statement printf C is big will be executed. So to display one statement, so one output, we are checking two conditions. So, to execute A is big, we are checking two conditions, that is A greater than B and A greater than C. Similarly, to execute C is greater than, so here also we are checking two conditions, A greater than B and A greater than C. Here also, to execute B is big, we are checking two conditions. Condition 1 is A greater than C. After that, we are checking B greater than C. So, we are checking multiple conditions to execute one statement. So, you can observe there are four alternates. One alternate is A is big or C is big. Similarly, B is big or C is big. Okay. Here, if block contains if else block and else block contain if else statement. So, here this outer if statement, this inner if else, this inner if else statement, this also this one more inner if else statement. Inner if else statement. So, this outer if A greater than B is outer if and A greater than C is inner statement. Okay. Here two if else statements are present within one more if and else statement. Okay. This concept is called nested if statement. So the concept is very simple. Here one if-else statement is present within another if or else statement is called nested if-else statement. So nested if-else statement is used when we are checking more than one condition, more than one condition to execute one statement. Okay. Just now I explained the concept of nested if statement. Nested if statement means one if-else statement is present within another if-else statement. So here the example program, find largest of three numbers. Okay, you can see here line number 8 contains one statement, that is A greater than B. So if A greater than B, there is if block. If block is between 9 to 14. So in the if block there is one more condition, A greater than C. So here A greater than C and a corresponding else statement is present inside the if block statement. Similarly, here B greater than C is also present inside the else statement. So here if else statement present within another if statement. Here one more if else statement is present within another else statement. So this concept is called nested if concept. So here if the value of A greater than B, if condition is true, then it will execute A greater than C. If in case the value of A greater than B is false, then it will execute B greater than C. So when any two conditions satisfied, one statement will execute. Here if A greater than B and A greater than C are satisfied, it will print A is big. If in case if A greater than B and A less than C, then it will print C is big. So only one statement will execute, but by checking two conditions. So here if block is from 9 to 14 and else block is from 16 to 21. So you can observe here these statements are present inside the bracket because there is more than one statement in the if block, but here there is only one statement. Brackets are not present because the brackets are optional because it contains only one statement. So here if condition is false, if A greater than B condition is false, then it will check B greater than C. So B greater than C condition will be verified. Now I'll execute this program. So it asks for three values, 7, 8, 7 and 6. So here the value of A is 8, value of B is 7 and value of C is 6. So here the first condition, 8 greater than 7 condition is true. Next 8 greater than 6 condition is true. It will display A is big. It will display A is big. Similarly, okay, the first value is 7, second value is 45 and third value is 23. So here 7 greater than 45 condition is false. So then here else block will be verified. Here else block B greater than C. So B value is 45 and C was 23. 45 greater than 23, yes, condition is true, then it will display B is big. Now to display B is big. Similarly, the value of A is 9, value of B is 12 and value of C is 23. Now A greater than B condition is false. Next here it will verify B greater than 23 means 12 greater than 23 condition is false, then it will display C is big. So here one statement will be executed by checking two conditions. Okay, this example for nested if. Okay, the purpose of this program is to find largest of three numbers using nested if statement. Okay, the next statement is else if ladder. So in the previously we discussed nested if. So one if else statement is present within another if statement. Here we are nesting of, or we are the next topic is else if ladder. So in the nested if, we put if else statement within another if else statement, but in else if ladder we put the if statement in the another way. Another way means we put the if statement in the else block. We put the else if statement in the else block. So we are keep on nesting if statement in the else part of the if else statement. So the general form of else if ladder is if test condition 1. If test condition 1 is satisfied, it will execute statement 1. Else. So we put if condition in this place, else if test condition 2. If test condition is 2 is satisfied, it will execute statement 2. If in case the test condition 2 is also not satisfied, we check one more condition, that is else if test condition 3. If test condition 3 also false, so true, if true, it will execute statement 3. If in case this test condition 3 is also false, we check one more condition, if test condition 4. Statement 4. If the test condition 4 is true, it will execute statement 4. If in case if condition is false, it will execute statement X. So we can also include if. Based on the range of condition, we can we can ladder the if statement. So here one statement will be executed at a time. By checking multiple conditions. So here first test condition will be verified. If test condition was true, execute statement 1. If test condition 1 is false, it will check the one more condition in the else part, that is if test condition is 2. If test condition 2 is true, then it will execute statement X. If this condition is false, it will check one more condition, that is test condition 3. If test condition 3 is also false, it will execute statement 3. Test condition is 4. If test condition is 4 is also false, it execute the next statement, that is statement X. So the multiple condition will be checked to verify or to execute one statement. So here we are checking range of values. So else if ladder is used to check range of values. So the flow diagram of else if ladder is Okay, first entry, here I will execute statement B. Statement B. After executing the statement B, it will verify the test condition 1. If test condition 1 is satisfied, execute statement X. Sorry, not statement X, it will execute statement 1. So, if test condition 1 is false, it will execute one more test condition, check one more test condition, it is test condition 2. If test condition 2 is true, then statement 2. If in case the condition is false, check one more condition, that is test condition test condition 3. If it is true, statement 3. False, statement N. If any one of the statement execute, finally the control is transferred to statement X. So, here after executing statement 1, the control is transferred to statement X. Similarly, after executing statement 2, the control is transferred to statement X. If in case it executes statement 3, then it move to statement X. Similarly, after executing statement 10, the control is transferred to statement X. Okay, here one statement will be executed by checking more than one condition. Okay, here in the else if ladder, we check range of values. So, in order to execute one statement, we check more than one condition. Okay, this is the general syntax of else if ladder, and this is a flow diagram of else if ladder. So, we can easily notify the multiple conditions will be verified. So, first test condition 1, if it is true, statement 1 will be executed. If condition is false, statement 2 will be executed. If statement 2 condition is also false, test condition 3 will be verified. If test condition 3 is also false, next test condition 4 will be verified. So, if any one of the conditions satisfied, corresponding statement will be executed. Example, if in case test condition 3 is satisfied, then it will execute statement 3. Okay, this is about else if ladder. Okay, let's consider an example program for this else if ladder. The program is to find the result. Okay, in this program we need to rate marks. We consider 4 subject marks. So, after reading the marks, we need to find the total and the average and check whether the result is pass or fail. If in case the result is false, then print the class, whether first class, second class or distinction. If in case if it fails, just you display fail and terminate. Okay. Now in this program we need to check the pass or fail. If it is pass, it need to display the class, first class, second class or distinction. So in order to find the class, we need a marks, then we need to find the total, then the average marks. After finding the average, next to check the average value, whether the average is less than 50, greater than 50, greater than 60 or distinction. So first void main. So already mentioned we need to rate 4 subject marks. So int I'll consider M1, M2, M3, M4, then total. Total is a variable for finding the sum of these 4 marks. Then float AVG, average marks, is equal to 0.0. Next printf, enter the marks. So first I will read the marks. So scanf. So we need to read 4 subject marks. So percentage D, percentage D, percentage D and percentage D. So 4 subjects, that is address of M1, address of M2, address of M3, address of M4. Address of M4. So after reading the marks, we need to find the total. So total is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4, then semicolon n. Okay. After finding the sum, we need to find the average value. So to find average, so AVG is equal to total divided by, so here we are considering 4 subjects, so we need to divide the total by 4. So I consider 4.0. So here I get the average value. So we calculate the average. Then after finding the average, we need to check whether the result is pass or fail. So in order to check the result, we need to verify individual marks value. Individual marks. So in general, we consider 35 is the passing marks. We need to check whether the marks is above or equal 35. If it is below 35, then the subject is fail. So if the result is false, we need to verify all 4 subject marks. Means all 4 subject marks must be greater than or equal to 35. If any one of the subject marks is below 35, then the result is fail. So here we need to verify the result. To check the result, first we verify if M1 greater than or equal to 35. M1 greater than or equal to 35. So here every subject must be greater than or equal to 35. So we use AND operator. M1 greater than or equal to 35. Similarly, M2 is also greater than or equal to 35, and M3 greater than or equal to 35, and M4 greater than or equal to 35. If this condition is satisfied, result is pass. result is pass. If in case if this any one of the subject marks is below 35, then the result is fail. So if in case if this condition is false, else printf result is fail. Result is fail. Once result is failed, no need to verify the class. So I'll terminate from the program. Exit 0. Exit 0. So if in case if the result is false, next we need to verify the class. So to check the class, we need to know the range of the percentage, whether the percentage means whether the average marks is greater than or less than 50. So first verify AVG means average greater than or equal to or average value less than or equal to 50 or less than 50. So first we need to verify this average less than 50. If average less than 50, printf just pass. If in case if the average value is greater than equal to 50.0 and AVG less than 60. If the average marks is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60, then the result is printf second class. If in case if the average marks is above 60, else if AVG greater than or equal to 60 and AVG less than 75, then the result is first class. So printf first class. Else if the marks is not satisfied these conditions, then obviously the marks is above the average is above 75%. So above 75, then else printf distinction. So here observe carefully. Here I have not included the brackets because each statement contains only one statement. So that's why only one statement I have not include the bracket. If in case more than one statement, then it has to be written inside the bracket. So observe here, if statement is not end with semicolon. So condition statement and loop statements are not end with semicolon. The remaining statements end with semicolon, but if loop statement are not end with semicolon. So here after finding the average, we check the range of average value. If the average value is less than 50, then the result is just pass. If in case the average is greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60, then second class. Then if in case if the average value is greater than 60 and less than 75, then first class. If in case if these conditions are not satisfied, the remaining is the class is distinction. So now consider the input. The marks 1 is 50, marks 2 is 40, then marks 3 is 32 and marks 4 is 90. Marks 4 is 90. So here we calculate the total. So 40, 90, 90 plus 32, so 122, 122 plus 90, so 200 and so the value here I am considering the value 50, 40, 32 and 90. So 50 plus 40, 90, 90 plus 32, that is 122, plus 90, 212. So marks is 212. So we find the average. Here the value will be verified. Here the value will be verified, that is M1 greater than or equal to 35. So 50 greater than or equal to 35, condition is true. Condition is true. Next, and M2 greater than or equal to 35, here also condition is true because 50 greater than 35, condition is true. 40 greater than or equal to 35, condition is true. Next, 32 greater than or equal to 35, here condition is false. So once this condition is false, this statement will be skipped. Here the result is fail and it will exit. If in case if the value is 38, next year 50 greater than or equal to 35, condition is true. 40 greater than or equal to 35, condition is true. 38 greater than or equal to 35, condition is true. Then 90 greater than or equal to 35 is condition is true. Next it will display the result is false. After displaying the result, it will verify the percentage. So now you consider the average. If in case if the average value is 71, average value is 71.15. Now you consider the average value is 71.15. Here it will verify average greater than, average less than 50. So here the value is 71.5, condition is false. Next it will verify 71 greater than or equal to 50, less than or equal to 60. Here also condition is false because the average value is 71.5. Next, average greater than or equal to 60. Now average value is 71.5, so it is greater than 60, and condition average less than 75. So average less than 75, yes, condition is true because the value is average value is 71.5 less than 75. So condition is true. Once this condition is true, its display class is first class. So here the sequence of statement or more than one statement will be verified for executing one statement. Okay, this is else if ladder. Just now explain the else if ladder concept with example. We have considered the past result, checking the result example. Now we execute this program in the online platform. So we can get to know how this condition statements execute.
Just to explain the concept of else if ladder. In the else if ladder, we check range of condition, means we check more than one condition. So we also discuss an example program. The example program is to check the result. Okay, here is the program for checking the result. Here I consider 4 subject marks of integer type and the total. Here before finding the total and the average, here I am checking the result. Okay, if the marks of each subject is greater than or equal to 35, then only I will find the total, average and display the class. If in case if this condition is not satisfied, then I will directly display the result is failed. So here each subject is verified with the 35. If M1 greater than or equal to 35, M2 greater than or equal to 35, M3 greater than or equal to 35 and M4 greater than or equal to 35. If this condition is satisfied, next it find the total. After finding the total, it will calculate the average marks. So average is equal to total divided by 4.0. Okay. After finding the average, it will display result is pass and total marks and the percentage. Okay, here we use the nested if concept. It's a else if ladder concept. Here we are checking three conditions. One condition is average less than 50. If average less than 50, just pass. Else if average greater than equal to 50, less than 60, then first class. If this condition is not satisfied, next one more condition. If average greater than equal to 60 and average less than 75. If this three condition is not satisfied, then it directly display distinction. If in case, if any one of the subject is less than 35, then the result will be fail. So here I will consider one example, 34, 67, 87 and 98. So here the first subject marks is 34. So first condition itself it becomes false, so it will terminate from the program by displaying result is fail. Next one more. "56, 87, 98, then 45. Okay, here all subject marks is greater than 35, result is pass and total marks is 286 and the percentage is 71. Now percentage is 71, it will satisfy the condition average greater than equal to 60 and average less than 75. So it will display first class. Next 56, 45, 60 and 53. So now the marks is 214 and the average marks is percentage marks is 53.500. So here it will satisfy the second condition average greater than equal to 50 and average less than 60. So this condition is satisfied. That's why it display second class. So here we are checking range of values. Okay, when we are checking range of values, we use else if ladder.